Hey guys, welcome to another week of WoW Weekly with Myst. And for this week, I don't believe I had goals last week. If I did, it was probably a mythic, and I haven't done my mythic yet, but I will get it out of the way. I remember last week I did a 3, so if I did make a mythic goal, it would have been a mythic +4. So that is still in the works of doing because it's like Sunday, and yeah, I kind of got a little sidetracked this week because I spent a few days playing Friday the 13th because I've been really into that game lately. And yeah, so that took away a bit of WoW time, but we're dedicating the weekend to catching up to all this. I think because I'm not sure whether or not I will for sure get to it, we'll make it the goal again. So this week's better for goals anyway, because last week was super busy because time walking, and then there was the mythics and the raid and Lunar Festival and it's just so much shit going on. So yeah, and a lot of it was spent on Lunar Festival, which I completed. I don't know if you guys watched those videos of mine, but I make a comment in one of them that it would be good to like hop on alts and do the Lunar Preservation quest, and each alt could earn a toy type deal. And so I did that. That's why Lunar Festival got so much attention from me this past week. So I am officially caught up, except for one thing. And I pondered getting it out of the way, but I'm just going to do it next year because it's not like a seriously important thing to me. But it's the engineering stuff. I had enough to get half of it, because there's so much engineering stuff in there, like patterns and stuff, that you would need like 50 coin of ancestry. And I could have gotten an extra 25 by going out, but the Lunar Preservation quest is so easy, especially when you've done it so many times. Because I'd done it on so many alts, I was getting down to the point where it was taking like next to no time for me to complete that quest. I couldn't do it again, right? Because it has to be, the coins are soul bound, so that has to be on the engineer. So yeah, but besides the last, 4 or 5 engineering patterns that are on the vendor, I got everything else done. Every single toy is purchased. All the pets that were available, which I believe is only one, but those are all purchased. And then I even did the transmog stuff, which was 25 coins a piece for 4 of them. Those videos are on the channel if you're doing those. And yeah, so I am done with the Lunar Festival now. Next year when it rolls around, I'll get my rogue to do that quest again for the rest of the engineering patterns, and unless they put more toys or whatever in, there'll be nothing else to do. So as far as what I successfully completed, definitely that was the successful one. I did do my time walking kind of last minute last night, recording this on a Sunday, so last night being a Saturday. And definitely confirmed that, I don't know if you guys heard of this, but I did, and I can confirm it now since I did the quest. But they were originally gonna issue heroic version of Nyalotha loot for the time walking completions, right? And then they changed their mind and they made it normal. So originally it was going to be 460 loot, and they dropped it down to 445. And that is accurate information. Yeah, when I completed that quest, it was a 445 that I got. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate because really now I kind of have no reason to do it on the main because the biggest reason I did this time walking is because I've been waiting for WoD to show back up so I can get the last mount. Now I'm once again back to being caught up on the mounts because I was caught up prior to WoD. Then I did 2 WoDs have kind of come into the picture since then. I've been able to get those 2 mounts, and now I'm back to being caught up. And yeah, so now with the loot being 445, I'm pretty much like, I think the only thing on me that isn't 445 or higher is my weapon. And yeah, other than that, I really don't benefit off that gear. And, it's time walking. So, yeah. However, I will say, if you're interested in it for your alts, I was getting 425 gear all night last night from the time walking. So they have definitely upped that, and it is good for bringing your alts in. So yeah, until they change the end, like the quest loot to 460, I'm just gonna do it on alts. And I know what alt I'm gonna start doing that on as well. It's gonna be the rogue, because I need to start gearing that rogue, because my rogue's an engineer, and I need to start bringing that rogue into the fucking mother load so that I can try to get the mount stuff. So, yeah, there's a few things my rogue needs to do. It needs to get into mother load doing those. And I also need to get the rogue over in Operation Mechagon, because there is the mount recipe that drops off of Cujo, I think it's him. Okay, so as far as goals are, this week the goal will be just to get the Mythic 4 completed. I'm not totally sure if I'll get it completed before reset. So I'm just going to throw it into the goals anyway. And that is really the only goal that I have for this week. And, besides the gold challenge goal that is, going to be a goal in the list forever. So yeah, that is the goal. So let's get into what is going on for this week, because there is quite a bit. So this week will be arena skirmishes. There's also the PvP brawl, Cooking Impossible. Lunar Festival is still going on, and you have till February 7th to complete all that stuff. Then, literally the day after, Love is in the Air starts, which is the Valentine's Day event. So that'll start up on February 8th. And then Dark Moon is in effect right now. So Dark Moon's a great one to grab for your rep stuff. And on the topic of Dark Moon, I did hop in there last night, basically just shortly after it started. And I took some footage of one of the new things that they have. So this is it here. This is located right behind the roller coaster. So just walk around the roller coaster in the back. You'll see this this gaming panel, and it has a bunch of different games. Of course, the only ones I really like is the rune matching and bully, because those ones I've been playing since like Legion, basically. Because rune matching didn't come into play in BFA. I know a lot of people think it did because that's where you first saw it in like in-game type deal, but it came from Legion. There was a jewel crafting toy that you could get, and you even got an achievement, I believe, if you solve so many things. And then bully, which which people think is also from BFA, was from Legion. That was from an engineering toy. And so that also had an achievement for it. So, yeah, those two I like. The rest, they're not bad, but I do them all the time. Like, there's the shell game is on there. It's called Memorize or something like that. There's also Barrels of Fun, which was one of the mini games in Legion's World Quests. And there's a couple of others, but yeah, I only really care about the rune matching. The rune matching, you can keep going up. I was having a blast with it last night. So you do your first one, you'll start on easy, and then you get up to 100,000 points, and then you can exit at that point. It'll say you won the game, you exit, and then you can go into normal. And I started getting tired because it was like literally 4:30 by the time I exited and went to bed. So I was starting to get tired. The only thing that I wish is that it had achievements attached to it. I looked through the achievement list last night when I was doing that stuff, and there's nothing attached to it. So that's disappointing. I think that, that being added definitely warrants an achievement because that's a bunch of mini games, right? So that is the events going on this week. So hopefully this will be my year for the Love Rocket. I have been trying for that fucking mount for so many years. And yeah, I was hoping I'd get it last year, and yeah. So hopefully this is the year that I finally get that stupid mount. It's, it's such a low drop rate. Rumor is every year that you go for it adds like a extra, 5%, I think they were saying, the next year. 5% chance. But we'll see. I just really hope I finally get that fucking Love Rocket. I'm tired of farming that because every year when Love is in the Air comes out, I am spending literally every day on, every alt I can possibly bring into that shit to get it, right? And it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time spent. But anyway, so that's it for the, what's coming up this week. Like I said, it's quite a bit. And let's get into the news. Okay, so first thing in the news is the Mythic Pluses. The loot tables have been altered a bit. They have increased some of the item levels in this table. You can see that Mythic 8 and 9 got increased for the end of dungeon loot. So at the end of the dungeon for those ones, it was 450. It's now 455. Mythic 11 was 455. It's 460. The weekly cash hasn't changed. It's the same. But some of those end of dungeons have. And just for those also interested that do PvP, this is some changes on the PvP loot table as well. Not too much, but that Azurite for the 1800 to 2099 tier, that's quite a little boost there. Now, Hunters got some good news this past week, and it is that there are some new Hunter Tames you can do. So here are some of the serpents. You can get some from the Tomb of Sargeras raid, and the Abyssal Eel from the Shrine of the Storm. This one here is the Quillin, which you can get over in Throne of Thunder raid. It's the Iron Con encounter there. And this one has 4 different colors. There's a green one, red, white, and blue. This here is the Zandalari Battle Beast that you can get from Isle of Thunder. And this guy's found in the Blackrock Foundry raid. He's during the Darmak encounter. And these guys are in the Blackrock Foundry raid, the Stadium, the URS dungeon, Gorgon, Frostfire Ridge. They're all over the place. A couple of the cats are now tameable by hunters that are out in Mechari and Krokin, which is the Argus portal you have in Legion Dell. And those rares are the Sabul and Neroia. Now, these guys are all over the place, all having to do with WoD. And yeah, there are so many recolors of this. I chose to show off the purple and blue ones because those are my favorite. These are the Silithids that are out in Silithus, also tameable by the hunters. Many bears are also tameable. So there's the Amani bear from the Zoloman dungeon. There's the Amani battle bear that's out in Zaldazar. There is the Amani warbear, which appears in the Throne of Thunder raid. It's during the Horadon battle, which is, he's like the second boss in, so it's a pretty quick run. And yeah, this guy's tameable. This is Jakun that's in Throne of Thunder. And yeah, now that I have the mount from him, I would so tame him. This lizard is tameable. He's out in Zaldazar at 6250. These two mechanicals are also tameable by a hunter. And both of these guys are from the Operation Mechagon dungeon. This guy here can be found in the Emerald Nightmare raid over in Legion. These two raptors can be found at the Beast Pens over in the Isle of Thunder. And there's many recolors of this wolf, so you can find them mainly in the Siege of Orgrimmar raid. Like Rukrin, which is in the Skyreach dungeon, can be tamed. Like that is crazy. That's fucking crazy. Same with Rukmar can be tamed. Now that one's an interesting one. Like, you know, that could definitely have some complications. Like, good luck taming that one. There's, like, you'd have to luck out and be the only one over there because people farm that guy for a mount. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's cool that you can tame him, but I also think it's gonna cause some issues. And my last piece of news for you guys for today is having to do with the charity server blades that they were selling a while back. Apparently, a lot of them were damaged, which, yeah, that can't be good for Blizzard. They got enough shit. Like, Blizzard is constantly, like, I would not want to be Blizzard right now or last year or the year before. Like, no one's even shocked when shit is wrong anymore. I'm surprised people even still bitch about it, to be honest, because it's almost like you should just expect it. You know, there's been the damaged server blades, horrible expansions. There's a lot of people pissed about the Warcraft 3 release. And, like, yeah, it's just, you know, it's either they're doing something wrong or people just can't be happy. I like to think it's both. Personally, I'm at the point where I believe that Blizzard could come out with something completely awesome and no one would realize how awesome it is because they've just had so many issues in the past that no one can get past that. That's how I feel. I feel like no matter what it is, people knock it down because it's Blizzard, right? And because Blizzard's attached to Activision, and like, I don't think there's anything Blizzard can ever do to make their fans happy again. I don't think the fans would know a good thing if it looked them right in the face. Most fans, anyway. I'm not targeting every single Blizzard fan. I'm just targeting the ones that like to bitch. I think they are the ones that will just never be happy with a single Blizzard product ever again. Because they can't let shit go. You know what I mean? But yeah, so if you have a charity server blade, they are offering replacements or refunds for that stuff. So definitely check in on that. Go to your store page, your order history, and put in a complaint if you have a damaged server blade, because they are finally doing something regarding it. It seems like a long time they waited to do this. Okay, so that basically concludes this week's WoW Weekly with Myst. Really not too much going on news-wise. People are busy with Warcraft 3, the new 8.3 patch, and the Mythic race. To be honest, I think the Mythic race in Warcraft 3 Reforged, releasing them at the same time was horrible. I've been watching Warcraft 3 Reforged. I have not been watching an inch of the Mythic race. And I usually do. I usually will check it out. But yeah, to be honest, I don't think they're making these Mythic races hard enough anyway. Like, I'm recording this on Sunday, and they are 11 over 12. And they were yesterday too. Like, I feel like you shouldn't be able to get through a raid in less than a week. Like, granted, they are 11 over 12. They haven't downed Enzoth yet. They're gonna, right? And what's gonna happen is they're either gonna do it before reset, or they're gonna struggle on reset. Blizzard will make some changes on Tuesday regarding Enzoth, and they will down the boss, on Wednesday or whatever. Like, that's how it always works, is they, struggle on the last boss, and then Blizzard makes some change, and then that boss is downed. I personally believe that it's all intentional. I think Blizzard doesn't like to have a Mythic race go longer than a week. So if these guilds don't down it in a week, Blizzard nerfs the boss so that they can down the last boss of the raid. That's how I've seen it go down every fucking time. I guess take it as you will, right? Are they really winning, or is Blizzard letting them win? But yeah, that's how it goes, I guess. That's how it goes. Anyway, that concludes today's episode of WoW Weekly with Myst. We have no classic WoW news for today, but definitely next week we will, because BWL is right around the corner. It's getting released soon, and yeah, it gets released on the 12th, so that's why I'm gonna save it for next week, because it's still a little too early to throw it into our weekly versions. And as you can see in this video, once again, no mount. I have been farming alder for way too long. Hopefully it drops soon. But I am down to having next to no mount runs left, so that's a good thing, I guess. I'm pretty caught up on my raid mount runs and my transmog, raid and dungeon mount runs. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Playing for 15 years is starting to pay off, I guess. One of these days, what I'll do for you guys, because only my streams really know my progression, because they see me open up multiple windows throughout stream, right? So what I'll do for you guys, just in case you guys are interested, is I will do a video where I just open up all my windows and you can see my progression. You can see how many mounts I have, how many pets, my achievements, my appearance tab. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. There are definitely some stuff I, tend to slack on, but yeah, and then you guys can have an idea of, what my progression really is, because I know with a lot of these videos, a lot of my videos are how-to videos, so you guys have no idea what kind of progressor I really am. You're just watching me do how-to stuff. The progression's pretty high. I'm a very steady player, and I value my numbers a lot. I try to get the best gear, the most mounts, the most pets, most toys. I'm on the last stage of a lot of my achievements. How like each achievement usually has 4 or 5 stages to it. Yeah, on that. So yeah, definitely one of these days I will do a progression video for you guys. Actually, I don't even know if I've ever done like a mount run in the WoW weeklies. Usually it's a mythic that I do or whatnot. So I thought I'd throw, a little mount run in for those that don't catch my Wednesday streams, because this is basically what I do during the Wednesday streams. But this past Wednesday, I ended early, so I skipped Alder, and that's why you're getting Alder in this video. And that is all I have for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this week's version of WoW Weekly with Myst. I hope you have fun finishing off your Lunar Festival stuff. If you need any help with any, I have a shit ton of Lunar Festival videos in the channel. And yeah, so just check the video section. They will be some of the most recent videos. And good luck on Love is in the Air when that starts up, because that will start up on the 8th, which is Saturday. So it'll start up a couple of days before I do the next WoW Weekly video. And yeah, good luck on all your stuff. Once again, if any of you guys need any help with any of the Love is in the Air stuff, let me know. The only thing I ever do in that event is the mount run. I did all the achievements years ago. I can always spend some of the currency to help you guys out, because I don't really use my currency on anything over there. I've bought everything in previous years. So yeah, I have the mount, I have the pet, I have everything for the achievements, and they really haven't been putting much new stuff out, so I've had nothing to really buy. So I just stockpile it, and when I have enough to buy the mount again, I buy another mount and stick it on the auction house. So definitely, if you guys need any help with anything that requires tokens, and it's something that I can help you with, that I can trade over or whatever, let me know. Although I guess the tough part is you would have to be on the server, can't really mail over that kind of stuff. I know most of the people that watch my videos are part of our guild, but not all of you, so just keep that in mind, that, those of you that aren't on my server, I probably wouldn't be able to help you out. And that is all I have for you guys for this week. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of WoW Weekly with Myst. Tomorrow's video will be the gold challenge, the 0 to 5 million gold. In the last video of that, you saw me complete the 1 million. So we're now going from 1 million to 5 million gold. And that's it. So we will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.